Let me show you something strange. This puzzle book on Amazon is making over $2,000 per month in pure royalties, and this one has hundreds of reviews. But most people publishing on KDP have never even heard of this type of book. They're not coloring books, they're not word searches, there's something completely different. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you a strange KDP niche with the perfect opportunity to sell books on Amazon right now. Because buried inside Amazon's puzzle book section is a niche that looks weird at first glance, but once you understand it, it actually makes quite a lot of sense. It's called a nonogram puzzle book. Now, if that word sounds unfamiliar, you're not alone. Most beginners skip right past these books simply because they don't understand what they are. But when you take a closer look at the demand, the structure of these books, and the audience that buys them, you start to see why this niche quietly works. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what nonogram books are, why people love them, and why they might represent an interesting opportunity for publishing on Amazon KDP. Because sometimes the best opportunities are hiding in the niches people overlook. So let's take a closer look. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, this is the nonogram puzzle book, and at first glance, we're going to see total results at 811. So for a generic search term, basically the most targeted type of keywords that you could have for this niche, not very competitive at all. And it's kind of in that sweet spot that I look for, which is under 1,000 search results. And we see from Titans Quick View a niche score of 64, and Titans Pro Analysis, demand is a 7 with the opportunity being a 9. So right off the bat, we see a lot of potential here with this niche, and it's going to continue because when you look through the first page, right away, you're going to see a lot of independently published books, which means that these are KDP books that are showing up here on the first row, the first page of this search term on Amazon. For example, the first 5 books are all KDP books. Looking at the rankings, 81,000. Look at the estimated royalties here, a couple $100s per month. That's pretty good. This one, 129,000, a couple $100s per month in estimated royalties. This one, 94,000. Look at these estimated royalties, over $1,000 per month, upwards of $1,600 per month in estimated royalties. And then this one, 97,000 BSR. Royalties 1,000 to over $1,500 per month. And then this one, 167,000 BSR, a couple $100s per month in estimated royalties. And that's just the first row. Now, when we go to the second row, which is right here, same kind of story, all KDP books, aside from this one right here, and all very good rankings, 165,000, 300,000, 80,000, 108,000. So these are very under the radar types of books that people usually forget about because they don't really know what this type of puzzle book is. Look at this one, 148,000 BSR with royalties estimated a couple $100s per month. Same with this one. This one's multicolor, Japanese picture logic puzzles, a couple $100s per month. So I'm seeing a sub niche here. So not just generic nonogram puzzle books, but here's a multicolor one. And then a little bit of a drop off in ranking, 600,000, 900,000, but still books right here, 174,000 BSR, cartoon nonograms. And then this one right here, 300,000. So a lot of examples here, books doing very, very well. This is definitely a niche that you should think about entering because it's not really that hard to actually create these books once you actually understand this niche. Now let's take a look at this example. This is the cartoon one that we looked at. Very simple design on the cover, nothing too extravagant. Basically can take one of your solved puzzles, paste it on the front cover, put a nice title on there, put a nice background. Really, that's all you need. And then right here is a introductory section on how to solve a nonogram. So if you're unfamiliar, you can go ahead and read this. And also this is a great section to add into your own books so that customers know how to actually solve a nonogram. But if we actually go to the puzzle, you can see it's just a blank grid, numbers on the top row, as well as numbers on the left column here for the customer to go ahead and complete by coloring these blocks. Once they're all colored in, it reveals a picture, an image, illustration, and that's basically the entire book. Now, as you can see, there's different sizes. This is a different size than this. This is more of a rectangle, skinnier type of grid. And so you can kind of customize these grids to the images that you have. Here's another example of a book in this niche. As you can see, this one, they put in 5 puzzles here. So very small illustrations or images here. So they kind of condensing the puzzles into these pages to add more value into this book. And on the back cover, you can see some of the finished pictures on what it would look like once these grids are completed. So a picture of a cat, a bird, a crab, and you can build these puzzles ranging in difficulty from easy, medium, hard. So there is some variety here in creating this puzzle book. So not every puzzle has to be generic. There is a little bit of creativity here. Now, just looking at this graph for this book right here, we can see the history of the sales. So when it was published, you can see it wasn't really selling for a couple months actually. From publication date, which was right here, December 30, 2020, you can see up until, let's say, August 2021, it didn't really sell very many books. Maybe 1 book. But then you can see it started to sell a little bit, but still for the vast majority of 2022, it didn't sell a lot of copies actually. But as you can see right here in this area, around 2024, years later, it started to take off. And you can see the rankings here. You can see this line start to condense and it's starting to actually sell more and more. You can see the reviews right here by this pink line start to gather. So as the more reviews your book gets, the ranking actually follows. As long as your interiors are good and those reviews are good, your rankings actually start to take off. And as you can see, this book is actually selling quite consistently now. So it just goes to show you that once you publish a book, it could stay dormant for a long time and then just start to take off. This example happens a lot more times than you think. That's why it's really important to just start creating books, because you never know which book starts to take off. Nonogram puzzle books may look complicated, but the way they're actually created is pretty simple. At first glance, these puzzles seem like they must require a lot of technical work. Grids, numbers, logic patterns. It almost looks like something that you'd need to be a puzzle designer to create, but the reality is actually very different. With the help of a simple tool, the process of generating the nonogram puzzles becomes surprisingly straightforward. Let me show you how. Now, this is the tool that I use to create nonogram puzzle books. It's actually pretty simple, but it really does get the job done. Now, just a couple options here. When it comes to size, you can create a 5x5, 10x10. Let's see what it looks like. The 5x5 grid looks like this, 10x10. So you can kind of change the difficulty of the puzzle from easy, medium to hard. 20x20, 30x30, and you can even, if you want to do, let's just say 50x50, or let's just do 50x30, you can kind of do it this way right here. So a lot of different ways here. Customize the size to whatever you want. And then the creation mode, we have a blank one right here where you can go ahead and create it yourself. You can go and create whatever image that you like. It's up to you. You can kind of hold it in and just start drawing here. And as you can see what it does right there, if you mess up, you can go ahead and click the eraser and start erasing the images there. Now if I go and just do a 10x10, make it easy here. Now you can go ahead and play around with this. As you can see, very easy to do. Eraser, you can erase parts like that. Other mode, random mode here, and you can designate how many puzzles here, up to 100. Let's just do 3. Let's create it, and you can see just random, not really images. But if you wanted to include some random puzzles in your book, this is an easy way to do that. But the way that I like to use this is by using this image creation mode, because you can go ahead and just insert files into here and it will go ahead and generate those images. Now, what I actually like to do is I like to go to Canva and just search the graphics section for black and white graphics. And so as you can see, this is what I looked for, just some random stuff. Here's a bear claw, dolphin, a shark, butterfly, flower, a tree. And I'm just gonna go ahead and save it by downloading it as PNGs. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and grab all of the downloads and just go ahead, drag them into this section. I'm gonna choose a 30x30 grid and then go ahead and create. And as you can see, very easy. There it is right there. So here's the image that I uploaded, and then you can see what it looks like right here. Now, there are some fine tuning that can be done. So for example, if I wanted to change things around, erase some stuff, so I can take the eraser tool and do this. If I wanted to kind of do that, but obviously kind of want a space in between. Maybe if I want to do something like this, just clean it up so that looks a little bit better. With the next image, the dolphin, as you can see, looks pretty good. The butterfly looks pretty good. The flower, the tree, and the happy face right here, which is a little bit stretched out. So what I could do is I could upload this separately into a different type of grid so that I can actually make this the correct proportions. But you can see just how simple this tool is. Very easy to create these puzzles. Right away, I already have 5 puzzles ready to go. Now, this is the solved grids right here that you include in the back of the book. But right here, it includes the puzzle grid. This is the one that you put in the interior pages of your book. Very easy to download these. You can download them separate right here, or you can go ahead and download all, which is down here. Now, going back to Canva, this book typically is a 8.5 by 11 inch size. So right here, I'm going to create a custom size in those dimensions. And then I would suggest to put that introductory how to solve nonogram puzzle instruction in the beginning of the pages, but I'm going to just show you how to actually put these images on here. It's actually very easy. Now, I've already downloaded these images. They're all right here. I'm just going to take all the puzzle ones and just drag them onto here. And all you have to do is just resize it. You can put a title here. You can kind of design this page and make it look a little bit nicer. You can kind of stretch it out even more. And that's really all there is to it. On the second page, you can put the second puzzle and so on and so forth. And then when you get to the end of the book, you can kind of condense these solved puzzles by maybe putting a couple to a page. So if I wanted to, let's make these smaller, and then you can try to fit as many as you can onto a page here. Maybe 6, maybe 8. Really depends, because you really want the customer to be able to see it. This is how you could kind of do the solutions, and then you can kind of make it back to back so you don't have to put a blank page in between. So you could have multiple pages here of the solution. So it doesn't take up too much of the backside of the book, but it's a very simple type of book to put together. And this is just a quick rundown of how to start putting this together. Obviously, there's a little bit more to this interior. So if you want to learn how to put an interior in its entirety, you can go ahead and download my KDP royalty roadmap. It's free and it's in the link in the description so that you can actually have the step-by-step and the full rundown on how to create interiors for KDP books. As you've seen, creating nonogram puzzle books doesn't have to be complicated. With the help of the tool that I showed you in this video, the entire process becomes much more straightforward. If you'd like to try it out for yourself, I've left the link to the nonogram puzzle tool in the description down below, so you can get it for yourself and start experimenting with creating your own puzzle books. And if you're serious about learning how to approach Amazon KDP the right way, from choosing niches to building a catalog of books over time, you can also download my KDP royalty roadmap. That guide is completely free and it'll walk you through the bigger strategy behind publishing successfully on KDP. If this video helped you see what's possible, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. That being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.